All right. Hello, everyone. This is Chris with the Age of Reason. And, tonight here, they have started to tighten the screws on everybody at the personal level, which will be touching you, us, at the direct level of man and woman. Now, some people have said that this kind of thing was going to happen for a long time. And their media has certainly gave us the idea through presenting it as fiction or science fiction that it could get here. And this is where we are. Tonight here in Michigan, an alert came through over the cellular phone networks to let everybody know that at midnight they would begin. They would tell you that you have to stay inside now for an undetermined amount of time, of course. So, all right, other places have already talked about this happening, and if it hasn't yet in your area, it will. Okay. There's something to be said about the information that you're given about all of this. And one thing to be said about it is that it's pretty much entirely with the script overall, whether it's presented to you as some form of counter media or alternative media or not. It's all following the same guidelines in terms of what's allowed to be talked about. I am interested in hearing content from the minds of people that don't fit the mold of what is the kind of counter media. If you try to look up any kinds of voices of maybe dissent or alternative thoughts about all of this, all you're going to find are these really highly polished channels with some flashy thumbnails to get you to click in, and then you go ahead and you listen to the show or watch the show for a few seconds. Most people probably watch entire shows by these channels, but then you realize that it's coming out of a studio somewhere, coming out of some guy's script, and that's disheartening about all of this. In other words, finding information from people at the root level of man and woman is very, very difficult to find. Okay, and this is a time which is unprecedented right now, for a long time at least. There have been different forms of detainment throughout the history of this world, so don't ever fool yourself and think that this is the first time this has been done, because it's not. That said, it's probably the first time that you have ever felt it. And that's what you need to keep inside. It's the first time that you have felt it, the first time that you have seen it. Okay. So while we're at a point where people should be asking more questions and possibly doing more, rather than just going through the motions to see how it all winds up at the end. While we're at this level, everybody's just staying inside and doing what they're told, we have to think about, what are people doing? What are they doing while they're inside? Okay? I don't care what people are doing. All right. But most people are probably still watching TV. And we're going to call TV anything now that is a form of video media. Okay? People are still watching the tube. In this case, a lot of people will still be watching the so-called YouTube. And what we're going to do is we're just going to have a look at the amount of hogwash that's given to people. Okay, they have to while these people are all at home, while everybody is still at home, taking the losses from their jobs, because it's touching everyone. Because first and foremost, this is the first stage of a currency change. That's what I think. While everybody's at home taking these financial losses, they're going to sit at home, and they've told you in some places that you're not allowed to leave the house, okay? Or they've suggested it, however you want to look at it, that you're not allowed to leave the house. So what are people doing when they're not allowed to leave the house? They're doing this stuff right here. Look at all this. Okay, this is just from the front page of YouTube. Microorganisms size comparison from Metaball Studios 2 years ago. And it is at 3.3. Is that a 33? From Metaball, Ball Earth, Bale, I don't know. Metaball Studios, 3.3 million views 2 years ago. Now all of a sudden, the general consensus, the general mind of the masses is interested in virology. I was very highly interested in virology when I was still in high school. And when it came to tests and presentations about these things that I was interested in, I always succeeded and excelled at them. That said, I don't believe in viruses anymore. And it's only because I've learned different things. And I don't mean to say that a virus itself is not existent, but maybe a virus is a gene that's activated within the body and then detected later. We're not here for all that. Let's just look at what the people are getting. So, microorganisms size comparison. And of course, you have a non-stop alert about COVID-19. Get the latest information from the CDC, the Center for Disease Control, about COVID-19. You want to make sure that you're caught up on that, because you haven't heard enough yet through the television or from your coworkers. All right. Ancient monuments of Egypt in 4K Ultra HD from Amazing Places on Our Planet. 4.6 million views. Another video was uploaded 2 years ago. Ancient monuments of Egypt, because you're bored and you flip on the tube, man. What else am I supposed to do? I get it. This is what people are doing. They're tuning in to just the mindless brainwashing dumb crap that's out there. There's no information being given. Electro glitch pop in the 1960s, the unreal sounds and story of silver apples, from bandsplaining. So this is another term to expect to get. Mansplain, bandsplain. This is going to be some hipster elite guy who's supposed to know about music. Okay. Watch live. Washington governor. Inslee updates. Coronavirus response. You're going to see a lot of this going on. A lot of news coverage. A lot of news deception. The Earth and the Moon fall into a black hole, magnetic games. These magnetic game videos have been going for a little while now. Again, this is just some more dumb shit for people. Faulty towers, who cares? It's a clip from a fucking old English sitcom. Who gives a shit? Wrongly shaped chips. That's what I mean, at a time when people should be learning more about what this is and hearing different sides of it. You're not going to get it. Not ready-made. Bicycle camper trailer for Burning Man from Paul Elkins. Paul Elkins, pretty cool channel. These are ideas that he gives for sustaining yourself if you have to. So Potential life on other planets. Right, because everybody wants to jump off fucking Earth right now. 1.9 thousand people watching the live stream right now from Touch Your Heart. Download now. That's an ad. Of course, there's plenty of ads. Download now for Black Desert Mobile. A true video game at your fingertips. Because you're going to need this when you're just sitting around doing jack fuck all, you know. Until you find out what's going on. Until they give you the answers. Simpsons clips are off the hook the last couple of years. They just don't stop. I need some honest answers. The Simpsons, things I can't find otherwise. I have no idea what it is, but it's all bullshit. Some regular... Oh, here's good here, right here. Norm Macdonald. He's been popping up a lot lately. Norm Macdonald, they always use comedians and comedy to gloss over what's happening. Okay, they always use comedy to gloss over it and just kind of help you push it away. You know, they always do this because if you're at home laughing and feeling good, then you're not going to do anything. Okay, you're not going to ask questions. You're not going to ask any questions. You're not going to seek any answers. If you're at home feeling good, waiting for the next joke. Wait for the next laugh track to come through, which most people are, Life of a Door Gunner, Vietnam veteran, 1 million views in 10 months. People love to watch war stories. And so if you're at home on the couch, you're going to wind up turning into your old grandpa who just sat around at Thanksgiving watching war shows. Something in some other language. I don't even know what that is. I don't think that it's Russian. I think that one's coming up because I watched it earlier. I don't know. It was somewhat interesting. But again, it's almost impossible to find any kind of dissenting different voices. Introducing GNOME 3.36. Gressic, who cares? This is related to the Linux operating system. It's certainly not of any importance. This is big right now. Religion, the Lord's Prayer in Aramaic, the tongue of Jesus. From Abun de Bashmael. From the channel Adoration of the Cross. Okay, this is something else. Okay, while you're sitting at home on your YouTube in particular, you're going to see a lot more religious aimed channels and shows. Why is that? Okay, you tell me. Was religion a creation of mankind for complete and total control, or was there really a select handful of men who took the word directly from God and was told to give it to other people? I'm not here to tell you what was or was not. I'm telling you to ask questions, because every time they do this stuff, this is the first thing that you get. Anytime there's an economic collapse, or anything like that, social disorder, they're going to start pushing religion. Okay? It's just the way it is. Excuse me. You're going to see survivalist videos on occasion. I don't watch this stuff. And we can see the guy in the small thumbnail. He's doing the dick mouth. I'm not going to do the dick mouth. But if you don't know what the dick mouth is by now, have a look at that tongue with that mouth waiting. All right. Yeah. Survivalist Les Stroud breaks down survival scenes from movies. Okay. This is from GQ. So, Gentleman's Quarterly. Jesus Christ. Like you're some prim and proper man for being interested in their crap. You're not. A lot of this right now while you're sitting around bored at home wondering what the hell's going to happen next. Doom Eternal Secret Ending. Post-credits funny scene. Is it funny? I'm not watching it. I'm not particularly finding a whole lot worth laughing at right now. The lack of information is not funny to me. Seeing this kind of stuff repeated over and over and over again is not funny to me. The unspoken anxiety from the masses is not funny to me. The lack of a voice from the masses is not funny to me. And it shouldn't be funny. What's this crap? Kaiser report, the end of the petrodollar system. Okay, from RT. Remember when you all thought that RT was its own media entity? Have you realized yet that it's nothing more than controlled opposition? Okay, it's not true dissent. It's not a truly alternative media source. There's nothing organic about it. Okay, you need to figure that out if you haven't yet. And if you do figure this out, then it's time to stop watching this bullshit. Who's even interested in that anyhow? 166,000 views in a week. People are watching this fucking asshole talk about this dumb shit. KW808 scanner. Brian Fluga. That's a guy who I just found his channel tonight. I don't know anything about him. Let's see. BBC Comedy. Again, they got to keep the masses laughing. Laughter is the best medicine, they say, you know. Well, in this case, they're also using laughter over the opiate of the masses, which is the tube. The tube is the opiate of the masses. Homeless Emergency Shelter from Paul Elkins. Again, he's a great channel right there, great mind. If you guys are interested in checking something out like that, I would suggest that. That's a cool video, actually. Okay, here's some more dumb shit that men are going to click. Simpy men are going to click. Do large breasts equal bigger pay tips from that fucking bullshit hogwash Mythbusters. And so there was that retarded woman right there, and she's going to go ahead and stuff her shirt and pretend that she's a waitress. Get real. This is what you're watching, though. This is what somebody out there is choosing to watch this. In the middle of all this bullshit going on. Discovery of the Universe documentary, the most powerful object in the universe. Okay, whatever. Space in the Universe HD. Family Guy dirtiest jokes. There you go, guys. You guys all watching the man channel out there? What was it? Spike TV. Family Guy did do a funny joke about Spike TV once. Spike TV, and then they put some samples of like a woman moaning and a fart sound. Yeah, what guys watch? And that's about it. You're a fucking idiot. They just told you. You're a fucking idiot. Watch full coronavirus coverage. U.S. response, global impact, NBC News Now. Always streaming that live right into your brains. Keep the message going that your government is in complete control and will take good care of you. Don't ask questions. Stay asleep. Don't worry about it. This thing just happened out in China. Supposedly China was going through some big democratic shift. Supposedly. I never really believed it, but supposedly that was happening. Then they go ahead and release this, and now the masses are quelled. And now it's happening here. Peculiar, you know. Turn an old laptop into a network storage device. Okay, pretty stupid. I don't need 8 minutes to tell me how to do that. I already know how to do that. Doesn't matter. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're going to watch that. Robot Chicken, they got to keep going with the cartoons. This is the main thing that they're doing. They're really hitting people up with stupid shit. They've stunted the growth of men with their college system, with the alcoholism, and the extended length of time for adolescence. And now we have at least one, if not two generations, maybe three generations of grown men who still watch freaking cartoons and play video games all day. Come on. Like I've said already, we have all this going on, and this is what people are going to choose to get into. Yeah. Coronavirus Florida. Lake Worth Beach City Commission meeting turns ugly. Palm Beach Post. That might be entertaining to watch. We're not going to watch it together. Maybe I'll check that one out. 4.5 million views in 3 days. I mean, it's probably all bullshit. Anyway, I mean, we already know it's bullshit. But maybe somebody really did get heated back there. That would always be nice to see. I have no problem bearing witness to politicians, lawyers, and policymakers losing their cool on each other. Simon Pegg, Double G, looks back at Shaun of the Dead. Oh, God, Jesus. We literally paid the zombies a pound. Oh, well, okay, from British GQ, because Simon Pegg is a gentleman. Right? Simon Pegg is the image of a gentleman. A stupid movie that was laced with sophomoric comedy, and he's your portrait GQ of a gentleman. Okay. Some of this dumb crap here, lo-fi, hip-hop radio, blah, blah, blah. What else we got? Yeah. It's all just bull crap, you know. Countries that are way bigger than you think, who cares? Here's that Brian Fluga. This I think this is the show that I saw of his that led me to find his channel. He's a real small-timer, and that's the kind of information I like to hear from. I like to hear from the small-time people out there where you can recognize that it is just a guy, just a man out there, and he's not sitting in a damn polished studio and everything else, you know. So why don't you guys give him a check? You might like him. I don't know. I don't even know if I like him. I've only seen one video of his so far, but I subbed just so I can stay in touch with him. You know. And by stay in touch, I just mean watch his content as it comes out. Maybe leave some comments, blah, blah, blah. $25 Vietnam capsule hotel. Here's a guy here. He's doing some dick mouth, you know, not wearing a shirt. And what's this all about, really? You know, they've been pushing the tiny communities and the capsule hotels and things like that for a long time now. I mean, it doesn't take much brain power to start thinking right now without saying anything. You know, is this kind of stuff to be expected in the future? You know, you should be expected to accept this kind of stuff, right? You better keep thinking. There's only so much that you can say. You better keep thinking. Only USB toolkit you'll ever need. That might be alright, but I'm not going to watch it. I don't care. Here we go. President Ramaphosa. Ram it up, Ramaphosa. Ram, for anyone who's into their codes still, you know, President Ramaphosa. We have the RAM code there and the long O code, and he's going to address his nation, whatever nation that is. You know, and again, we already know it's nothing organic because it's coming from a channel called ENCA with a big logo like that. And it's probably a YouTube channel for some country. This is just Mark Braun coming through on the feed here. No big deal there. Mark Braun's blood over intent message. So, whether you think he's crazy or not, he has some pretty good points on a lot of things. I just wish that he would chime in a little bit more. But that's all. You know, it's all just the opiate of the masses, though. That's all you're getting. You're getting your opiate. Okay, you're getting your opiate right here. Allah tells us why He sent the plague. Again, this is going to. They're always stirring in religion, and they've been pushing the media to shape the minds of the Muslim that Ad-Dajjal is coming. Okay. How have they been doing this? Through their Netflix TV show, Messiah. Okay? They have been shaping the minds of people for over a year to get ready because they are about to unleash something with this financial collapse. Okay? Is it going to be their puppet-created Messiah? Puppet-created Antichrist? Will they turn on lasers in the clouds and show everybody Jesus up in the sky? I don't know. But you better pay attention to this stuff. And again, you're not going to find other channels of just regular people telling you this stuff. And I don't know why. Why? Where is the information out there? How many millions of people have channels on YouTube and you can't run a search and find anything about, say, COVID 2020 Real ID? You run that through and all you get is big time media channels. You don't get a different voice. You don't get a different opinion. So how do you find anything? And of course, if you try to go to the dark web, there's nothing there except that fucked upness out there. You try to find some real information. You would think that there would be plenty of sites up there with so-called fringe information, but there's not. Any kind of so-called fringe information you get comes from WikiLeaks up there. And WikiLeaks, what are you going to do with that? What does that tell you? It's already in the public mainstream mind. So how real is it? The worst economic collapse in history is starting now. Be prepared. I will say, yeah, be prepared. How do you prepare, though? If they're going to take all the fucking money away, how do you prepare for that? What do you do? What does preparation mean? Having enough food, shelter, and some things, some certain tools on hand, How do you prepare? What do you prepare for? Who's going to tell you what's going to happen, what to be expected? Are they going to come to the door? Are they going to come to the door looking? You tell me, all right? Let's exchange some ideas here. I'm putting this out there. You can give me something. Please, please, please watch recovered coronavirus patient's message. Let me guess, he's telling you, please, please, please take the test. Take the test. Let them take your genetic material because they need to find out if you have it or not. Bullshit. You guys believe this shit? This is what you're getting. Stay in step. Stay in line. This is all that's out there, guys. This is it. It's all the same. Dude, it's even the same over at BitChute. And BitChute should have been a great platform because it uses the blockchain technology, the video over torrent technology. It should have been a great platform. And it's not. There's all the content creators from YouTube. Oh, here's a woman, by the way, doing dick mouth. Make sure you look at that. Doing dick mouth like she's so surprised. But let's get off that because I don't want to see that shit. But all the content creators from YouTube and all these big companies have jumped over there too. So there's no way that you're going to have a reliable source of organic information. Just none. Remember, everything is co-opted. Everything is co-opted. They have touched everything, okay? No way you're going to find any voices of dissent or difference or anything. No way. Play your video games. Pray to your God. Watch this, sad guru. He's been jumped off for a couple years, get real, man. Get real. These people believe this shit. That he's some kind of fucking prophet or something. I don't know what he is. I've never watched him because I know he's all about this new age or bullcrap, Simpsons, here they are, predicting the future again. It's just foreshadowing, predictive programming. It's telling you that you should expect that this will happen, but you're not going to believe it when it does because they haven't given you any freaking sources for options to get through it, They always just tell you that the good guy wins at the end, like in The Stand, The Stand became a big religious thing, and the Antichrist was struck down, etc., 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 Who is the Antichrist? Who is the Christ? Is Christ you? Is Christ within the man and the woman? They don't tell you that. Some of these New Agers will, but how much of that can you believe? 6 diseases that have shaped human history, and of course, there's the bird beak guy. Bird beak guy. What's the bird beak guy? He's a part of the Chosen team. Now, how do I know that? Because in the video game Metroid Prime, the bird race is called the Kozo. That would be Chozo. So the bird beak kind is the chosen kind. Where they tell you that it was doctors and things like that wore these suits, people chosen for these suits. I thought that when I grew up, everybody had access to the suit within certain, like as long as they could afford them. But what I've heard now is that only a select elite class had access to the suit. So that would be a chosen class, wouldn't it? A chosen class. The Kozo, as the Metroid game series has explained it to us. 1929 stock market crash and the Great Depression documentary. Who cares about the documentary? You need to know what happens. Like what's the end game? We know that this stuff already happened. What is to come? That's what people want to know. And I keep checking out my information over here because my battery is currently at 4%. And I don't have a charger plug. I have a charger right here, but no plug. So I'm just going to wrap this one up. If you were able to sit through it. I know a lot of guys don't like my content because it's too slow and they get bored because everybody's got an incredibly low... they don't pay attention, people, they need distractions, incredibly low attention to detail, so I get all kinds of complaints from people all the time, you're too slow, you talk too slow, no one's going to watch a half hour, this, that, and the other. And that's because all they're doing is they're watching TV still. They want someone to watch TV. They want me to do a funny joke and, do some freaking stupid goofball challenge instead of actually trying to have a conversation with them. Nobody's interested in talking about ideas, exchanging ideas. No, they want to see people do the Tide Pod challenge, or drink a gallon of bleach challenge. And I've already told you I'm not doing that. I'm not going to put on the fucking dress or the lipstick. I'm not going to do a dick mouth picture. This is what everybody wants. And what they are getting is completely different, and they might shut all this down. They really might. They might lock everything down. I don't know when. I like to think that they have a longer, oh good Lord. I like to think that they have a longer thing set for it.
There is a timer. This is her home territory.
Shut the hell up. We ain't even going there. I would like to think that they have a longer time frame for this, but let me tell you, as your state governors and town mayors and things like that, and Congress, and all these people who have so-called elected power over you, as these people start to declare different things, you can be damn sure that you cannot predict the future anymore. The only future that you will be able to predict is that boot stamping on the face of mankind. That's it. Yeah. So, if you guys have any channels out there that you can think of that are not loaded with 200,000 views a day and 1 million subscribers and thumbnails with dick mouth and other polished thumbnails, please set them up in here because I'm desperately looking for more information, and I'm not finding it. I can sit here and fearmonger all day and night, but that's another form of entertainment for everybody, and I'm not about to give you just entertainment. That said, there are things that I'm holding back on saying because of this platform. So just be ready. And if you guys want to talk, hit me up. This is, you know who I am, right? So I'm going to go ahead and stop this. And I'll catch you guys next time. You know what to do. Both eyes, all three eyes. Don't sleep on it. Wake up. Pay attention.